3 weeks here, 2 weeks back, 2 months.
I'm split about his tour. My first response is I'm super happy for him for putting it together. The wife and mommy side of me is like, nah, the wife side of me and mommy side of me is a little sad. You know, daddy's gonna be gone for a long time.
On today.
Like what?
So, we just had a conversation.
What'd he say?
He's thinking about it. I think he's kind of leaning towards doing it. With everything, there are pros and cons. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I mean, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Say, I'm hungry until he can say, I need to use the bathroom. It's gonna be a lot in your life. But as soon as he started walking, I told him, I said, enjoy. Because as soon as he get to walking and talking, he went to...
It got real hot online, and it's not the weather. Nelly's ex Chantel straight up dropped a bomb, blasting him with what she's calling hard proof that he was sneaking around on Ashanti, and no, this ain't some bitter ex drama. Chantel came through with screenshots, timestamps, and even a location tag that lines up perfectly with Nelly's tour schedule. But here's the crazy twist. Nelly and Ashanti are married. Yeah, secretly tied the knot and everything. Everyone thought they were off living their fairy tale romance, but instead of posting up honeymoon pics, they might be gearing up for a split, and they haven't even hit their second anniversary yet. The way Chantel timed this reveal, it feels planned, like she waited for the moment that would hit the hardest and Nelly's reaction. That's when things really exploded. He didn't come out denying it or defending himself. Nah, he was moving real suspicious after the story blew up. Now fans are saying Ashanti is already done with him and plotting her exit.
Some of the challenges of filming with a baby.
What was some of the challenges of filming with a baby? I'm not gonna even front like, you know, we have a great nanny. And I mean, whenever I can pry him away from you, it's been pretty much a breeze for me.
I'd say.
Yeah. I probably changed 2 diapers.
I was just
in a
gonna
year.
say probably about 2, maybe 3, maybe.
A couple of PPs, about 1 booby. Yeah, I think I'm at my limit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did good.
Didn't get on this time.
I did.
Yeah.
I definitely did.
But let's talk about what Chantel actually posted, because it's wild. These weren't just vague hints. This was a full timeline. From late-night texts to hotel confirmations that match up with specific tour stops, everything lines up way too neatly. This ain't looking like a one-time slip. It's giving full-on affair vibes. And here's the part that really stings. People are saying this all went down while Ashanti was home with their newborn. Let that sink in. Chantel didn't just spill the tea, she poured the whole pot. And honestly, folks aren't even that surprised. Word on the street is Nelly and Ashanti's marriage already had cracks showing before Chantel came out swinging. Yeah, the love story that had everyone rooting for them might have just been a patch-up job all along. Remember, they had a long history on again, off again, emotional roller coaster. Then suddenly they're married and acting like everything's perfect, please. That perfect couple image has been looking shaky for a while, and just when things were calming down, their reality show aired, and let's just say, it didn't exactly scream true love.
And how is it that you just sleep through when he starts crying?
Do y'all really be up at night? I heard about it.
You know what? It's absolutely ridiculous that you'll still be dead asleep and he'll be mad loud. That's ridiculous.
You know? It's a gift, I guess.
Why is that a gift?
I'm blessed with that.
No.
I'm gonna take you back to this conversation we had. Before you kicked me under the table, I said, baby, I give you the world. I just ain't changing no diapers.
Oh my God.
Fans noticed the tension right away, awkward energy, side eyes, weird vibes all around. So when Chantel exposed everything, it hit different. It didn't come out of nowhere, it came at the perfect time. Nelly was giving major attitude, and fans caught it real quick. He came off cold, dismissive, and honestly, like he's not even built for the version of Ashanti she is today. People picked up on it instantly, and one moment that really stood out was during a scene where Nelly was getting ready to perform at the presidential inauguration. Sounds huge, right? Well, maybe for certain crowds, but behind the scenes, Ashanti looked super uncomfortable, and according to her, Nelly straight up ignored her feelings about it. In the clip, she says he brushed off everything she tried to express, like her thoughts didn't even matter to him at all. But hold up, it gets worse. Another scene had fans absolutely heated. Nelly looked Ashanti dead in the face and said he doesn't plan on helping with her baby until the kid is potty trained, walking, and talking. No joke, that's literally what he said. He's not stepping in until little Kareem can verbalize his needs. Who even says that? So, let's break this down. Ashanti is supposed to handle everything, diapers, bottles, sleepless nights, all by herself, while Nelly's out on tour turning up like he's single with no responsibilities. And the way he said it, no smile, no sarcasm, it didn't come off playful at all. It came off like he meant every word, like he already made up his mind. And it's got fans asking, is Ashanti doing all the parenting and trying to keep their marriage afloat solo? Because it sure looks that way. The vibe isn't giving newlywed bliss, it's giving one-sided struggle. Then in another clip, Ashanti drops more truth. Nelly doesn't ever get up at night to help with the baby. Not once. You'd think he'd at least pretend to feel bad about it, right? But nah, he starts bragging like it's some kind of flex, talking about how he sleeps like a rock and calling himself a good sleeper. Like what? And just when you think he might catch himself, he doubles down. It says it's Ashanti's job to get up and handle the baby like she didn't just go through pregnancy, childbirth, and everything else while still trying to make the relationship work. No convo, no middle ground. Just pure old school dismissive energy from Nelly, like Ashanti's opinion didn't count at all. And the way he said it, you could tell this wasn't some heat of the moment argument. Nah, this sounded like something he really believes. So, now, it's not just emotional distance we're seeing, it's straight up day-to-day parenting being dumped on Ashanti like it's not even his kid to raise. And now fans are asking the real question, was Nelly ever ready for this marriage? Or did he just want to look like he had the perfect little family without putting in the actual work? It's wild. At this point, the internet started tearing Nelly apart, and the backlash hit hard and fast. Reports started flooding in saying their marriage was already falling apart behind the scenes. And let's be honest, these rumors didn't just come out of nowhere. Whispers about tension had been floating around way before all this blew up. But once that reality show aired, and people saw how Nelly really acts when the cameras are rolling in private, that's when everything changed. No more guessing. It was all out in the open now. People saw the way he talked to Ashanti, how he acted like her feelings didn't matter, and it hit different. Then they tried to do some quick PR cleanup with that awkward joint interview, probably hoping a few laughs and smiles would calm the drama. But instead of putting out the fire, they threw gas on it. The tension was so thick you could feel it. Fake laughs, stiff body language, and Ashanti barely even looking at him. And fans, they weren't buying it, not for a second. That interview just confirmed what everybody was already thinking, that this whole marriage might be hanging on by one little thread. The cracks were showing all over the place, and the question everyone's asking now is, how long before it all snaps? Just when you thought this mess couldn't get any worse, boom, Nelly's ex, Chantel, came right back with a fresh round of accusations, and this time, it's way more intense. She's now claiming that Nelly's been allegedly creeping behind Ashanti's back during his entire tour, and let's not forget he's been on the road for weeks, with even more shows lined up. But here's the part that really shook people. Chantel says Nelly's been messing around with different groupies after almost every single show, not just a one-off consistently. And she didn't just throw that out randomly. She said people close to the situation know exactly what's going down, and some of them are even starting to talk. Now, if you've ever heard about what really goes on during music tours, you already know the vibes. Drinking, wild parties, and yeah, sometimes substances in the mix. Once the lights go out, things can get real messy backstage. So when Chantel made these claims, it didn't even sound like a stretch. It sounded like someone finally pulling the curtain back on what's really been happening for a long time. And according to her, this tour isn't just about music, it's packed with women. A lot of women now think back. Remember when Ashanti seemed kind of off about Nelly going back on tour? That wasn't random. In one clip, she straight up said she didn't think it was fair for him to leave her home alone with their newborn while he's out chasing stages across the world. But that was just the public version. Behind the scenes, insiders say the real issue wasn't just about being left alone. It was about trust, because Ashanti knows Nelly. She's seen the old patterns. So the second he started talking about tour buses and long nights, she felt it in her gut. That wasn't just worry, that was instinct kicking in. Who might really be out here moving like he's still in the streets? Chantel just came back swinging, dropping actual screenshots of DMS between Nelly and one of his alleged groupies. And y'all, the internet is spiraling. These messages weren't light flirting or open to interpretation. Nah, they were blatant, full and bold and flirty, with Nelly allegedly telling this woman to pull up right after one of his shows. And to make it even more damning, the timing matched one of his tour stops perfectly, so it's not like this was some random message pulled out of thin air. While Ashanti's at home recovering and caring for their newborn, Nelly's allegedly out here acting real reckless. And it's not even in secret. Folks are saying it's like he didn't even care to hide it. But here's where things get even more complicated. Not everyone's sure if Chantel's exposing him out of concern or out of revenge. Some people are praising her for pulling the mask off Nelly and showing who he really is, but others, they're side-eyeing her big time. There's talk that Chantel might still be bitter because apparently Nelly once promised her marriage to, then ghosted her and moved on to build a whole new life with Ashanti wedding. baby, and all. So now the theory is that Chantel waited for the perfect storm right when Ashanti's vulnerable. The marriage is shaky, and Nelly's already under heat to drop her receipts and blast the whole happy couple narrative wide open. And even though the receipts look real, people are debating what's driving her. Is she really trying to help Ashanti, or just trying to burn down the whole house after being left in the cold? What's got folks raising eyebrows even more is that Chantel used to cover for Nelly back in the day. Yeah, word is when he was previously accused of messing with multiple women during his tours, she kept it quiet and didn't say a word. So, now that she's coming with screenshots and claims, it's got people thinking, was Nelly always out here wildin' on tour, and he just finally ran out of people willing to protect his image? What makes this whole thing even wilder is the fact that back when the first cheating rumors hit, Chantel was ride or die for Nelly. She had his back, completely defending him in public, shutting down accusers, and calling out the women who came forward. She even said, "Those dates those Jane does are talking about, I was there, I was in the dressing rooms, I was on the tour bus." Chantel wasn't just standing by him, she was fighting for his image, and she didn't stop there. She threw in a message that hit deep, saying, "There are real women dealing with real pain out here. When people lie, it makes things harder for survivors." At the time, she sounded like someone who truly believed in him, someone trying to protect a man she thought deserved it. And Nelly, oh, he played right into it. He didn't just thank Chantal behind closed doors, he went public with it. Big displays of gratitude, sweet words, and bold promises. He told the world, "I wouldn't want my life to not have Chantal in it. We've been seeing each other for 5 or 6 years." When you connect with someone like that, it's something real. He made it sound like she was the one, his ride or die, his future wife. He even said she was beautiful on the inside and out. This wasn't some casual "we'll see where it goes" vibe. He made it sound like he found his forever. But looking back now, it hits different. Because not only did he not follow through on that future, he turned around, rekindled things with Ashanti, married her, had a baby with her, and basically erased Chantel from his life like she never even existed. So when Chantel finally aired everything out, it wasn't random. It felt personal, like a woman fed up after years of being lied to, used, and pushed aside. The one who once shielded him is now the one exposing him. And just like that, all those cracks in Nelly and Ashanti's perfect love story are showing loud and clear. We're talking tour bus hookups, late night DMS, and Ashanti going quiet at the worst time. This ain't just a little rough patch. It's looking like a full-blown implosion. And if Chantel really sat on all these receipts, waiting for the right moment to strike, then yeah, this wasn't just a reveal. This was payback, years in the making. So now the question everybody's asking is this Nelly's final strike? Or is Ashanti about to shock us all and stick beside him too? Because from where Juice Alert's looking, that fairy tale love story, it's already turning into a nightmare. Like, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you're keeping up with this messy saga, and we'll catch you in the next one.